is Monday the 10th of May, and I reached out to some of the people I found on the Facebook group who are going ahead with a private route and currently looking for surgeons like myself. Yeah, we're talking, and interestingly enough, well, one of them was outside of London, so I would probably not consider going ahead with a surgeon that is not nearby, because if something goes wrong, I have to travel back and forth, and taking into account that my first surgeon wasn't paying a bit. But you know, if I am going ahead and if there is a chance of having a surgery here, why not pick the one that is nearby? So anyway, the person I'm talking to at the moment shortlisted exactly the two surgeons that I shortlisted as well. So it's Mr. Heliotis and Luca Cascarini. So these two really good reviews. Luca Cascarini focuses on TMJ stuff and my thing is TMJ, and Heliotis is just also really good. And yeah, I should probably try seeing what they say. Email them both now to see what they come back with, and then yeah, take it from there. Hopefully things will be a little bit more smooth. You never know with this thing, you never know. I've learned from my mistakes. It's not a straight plain road, it's really fucking bumpy. Also, you guys, I get messages from people who are going through the same thing and they want to go abroad for the surgery because it is freaking impossible to do a surgery privately here for those people who want to speed the process up because they have a wedding or because, I don't know, they have their reasons to speed this process up. If they were to go through an NHS process, it would take years, like absolute freaking years for the whole thing to be over with. Absolute years, and nobody would want that, especially now after the COVID, and we're still in the middle of it, you know, it's not like it's over because of the COVID backlog, and it just restarted doing the surgeries, and they're under a lot of pressure. To my understanding, if a person is under a lot of pressure and stress in various angles, the quality of work goes down, and I personally would not want to be operated on by a surgeon who are under that level of stress. There's a couple of reasons why I want to do that, and this is one of them. I think I'll be more comfortable going ahead with a surgeon who is in a more or less calm state. I think when you work on the NHS, there's a lot of chaos happening, and I'm not blaming it. It is what it is, and there's many reasons for that. I don't think everything is as straightforward as it could be, and lack of that straightforwardness causes issues, and at the end of the day, we are the people who are suffering from that, because if the system isn't as solid and isn't as efficient as it should be when it comes down to surgeries, the person who is going for it is the one at the end of the day who suffers, and it's awful, and it needs to be taken into account when you're deciding what route to take. In 2021, the time we are in at the moment, you need to weigh all pros and cons and go ahead with what you think is right. When I went to the private surgeon yesterday though, that person was so angry and so snappy, and I thought to myself, I would never want to be operated on by a surgeon like that. There's no way I would trust a surgeon like that. The surgeon I was going with originally and I will potentially do surgery with, they are very calm and kind, and you feel that and you trust that. This is just my opinion. Please don't take anything I say as a rule of thumb or anything, you know. It's just my thoughts, and these thoughts are based on the research I've been doing only for 6 months. From what I know so far, I think I'm quite confident in knowing how I want to go about this. I hope my videos are helpful. I think it's important to be able to share this kind of information because it may feel very lonely going through this, and very frustrating and very new and very all over the place because it is so far from being straightforward, and understanding that it is not straightforward and understanding that it is like that for everyone, the majority of people who are going through it, is important. Oh, she's saying hello. Okay, so I've just sent an email to Dr. Heliotis, and I'm sending exactly the same email to Luke Cascarini right now, saying like this stuff. Just shared my email for you guys to see what to write. If you decide to, you could potentially reuse some of that stuff for yourself. And I made it very obvious in my email that I already have an orthodontist I'm working with. Based on the experience I had before, I also wrote that. I said I understand that they may have their preferences in terms of what orthodontists they work with. I said before book anything, in order for us not to waste our times, I would like to know if everything goes well during the consultation phase, whether they would continue with me knowing that my orthodontist is not the one they work with. I think it's really important to establish that, because, you know, last week I went all the way there to central London from freaking Surrey. It took me a long time to travel. Had to take a day off work and then work on Saturday to cover up for all the stuff I didn't do on Thursday. And then that consultation was like a load of shit. It didn't lead to anything. It was a waste of time for both myself and the doctor and everybody else who might have been involved. It does affect you. So yeah, I just made sure that that information was present in the email I've sent. Yeah, let's see what they say, but I'm thinking, since I'm shopping around for doctors, I might as well, since I have the email written out and stuff, I might as well just send this email to everyone, see what they come back with, because I'm not in a rush and I need to understand that more than anything. I need to know, because I'm so anxious to make decisions fast in order to get it off my headspace, you know, and I don't think it works. Sometimes it does, but no, in this case is too complicated to just deal with it this way. Hey guys, so you know how I sent an email to Mr. Cascarini and Dr. Heliotis today in the morning, stating that I'm working with my own orthodontist and I'm in the middle of my teeth decompensation process and all of that. Actually, the secretary of Luke Cascarini got back to me now saying that Mr. Cascarini holds joint orthodontic clinics with a few maxillofacial specialists as well as an orthodontist that he works closely with. And then they say that the initial consultation is free in the moment. I can have it, you know, if I wanted to. However, they didn't get back to me regarding the fact that I have my own orthodontist that I'm working with, so I'm still confused. I would not want to go all the way to central London again, miss a day at work, and then there's a pigeon on the roof over there. If I'm not wearing glasses, it felt like there was a cat sitting on the roof. Anyway, good news is the consultation with this top-notch doctor is free. He is highly recommended and he's a TMJ specialist who works closely with other maxillofacial surgeons and whatnot, you know, so there's a connection there. And I'll just reply to them saying that, affirming the fact that before I waste any of our time, I would love to know whether or not he'll take my case on, so I didn't have to, if everything goes right in the consultation and stuff. I would not want to waste my time again. It's a mission. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done at work these days and I can't miss a day, because last time I missed a day last week, I had to work on a fucking weekend. Both days on the weekend. They just didn't do their job correctly. They just didn't. To be fair, I kind of wanted to go with him. He would be my first choice out of the two because he's a TMJ specialist. One of the women I'm following on Instagram fell off a bike when she was 7 or something, and that caused her mandible to shift to one of the sides, and that is now causing all these issues. And then another person had a similar experience, and I, when I was 2 or something, fell and hit my head, my jaws against a sofa, and it's definitely when my asymmetry happened. And, you know, interested to see how this whole thing develops. Hi guys, hello, it's Tuesday, and for some reason this light makes me look so pale, it's crazy. No, I can't deal with it. Okay, I think I'll look like a human being at this angle. I wanted to give you a couple of updates. I actually just got an email from Mr. Cascarini's secretary, and they said that Mr. Cascarini would be fine to work with my orthodontist, which is great news. Also, Mr. Cascarini is a surgeon, top-rated surgeon. Apparently, primary focus is TMJ related issues, so it would be great to go and see what he says. I did not hear from the Heliotis doctor yet. So far, I'm booking a consultation with the Cascarini to see what he says. A lot of people are praising him a lot because, you know, he's very good, but apparently he's retiring soon. I got this information recently, actually a couple of days ago, from one of the people I'm talking to from the Facebook group. Yeah, stuff like that happens, you know, you find someone you want to go with and then they freaking retire or leave the country or something. Fair enough, I don't have anything against that. It's like, oh shit, you know. When you have done all this research and having high hopes on something, and then that person just has their own timelines and their own life goals and stuff, and it's just, you know, it's an impossible situation for you, isn't it? I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. And also, this consultation is free compared to the £300 that I've paid to see Dr. Shakif Kaveh. I don't even remember his name anymore. In other news, Elinette is doing so much better. She does not meow in the morning, you know. Before, she would wake up the whole first week, she'd wake up at 5 a.m. and she would meow a little bit, and then I would wake up and play with her in order to calm her down and make sure she understands that we're there for her, and whatever happens, she shouldn't feel lonely and stuff. Now this is week 2, I think, since we got her, and what she does now, she just wakes up early, but then at around 6 or 7, I think, and then she wouldn't meow or anything. She would just jump on our bed and sleep with us until we wake up, and I find it so cute. Another cute thing she does is we usually go to sleep at around 11:30. She would basically go to her sleeping spot, her carrier bag. She now thinks it's her permanent sleeping. She just goes there and sits and waits for us to go to bed. I think it's so cute. It's crazy. She's the smartest kitten, or animal for that matter, I've ever had in my life. I didn't know they can be that smart. It's crazy. Lastly, and I've not seen it for myself, I literally just came out to film this and I saw it. Check this out. My stuff has started growing. Like this one came out. Something came out. It's coming out. A lot of stuff is coming out here. Nothing is coming out here. The rose is somewhat dead. I don't know what's going on, but look. Oh my god, it's crazy. By the way, I have to get rid of all this extra stuff that got flown away by the wind, but they're coming out. It feels so good. Really good to see. I've posted a poll on the Facebook group asking people what their experience was with jaw surgeries, because, you know, we tend to complain every time something is wrong, but when stuff goes right and everything is amazing, you don't tend to go to Facebook groups to share your experience. You don't do that because first, everything is fine, and second, you wouldn't want to piss other people off whose experience is not that great. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, sharing a positive experience. That pigeon is crazy, and so far so good. I think 11 people positively responded to that poll, and I want to know more. It's interesting. I think I'll write another question today or something, asking about private surgeons for the issue that I have. Maybe someone will be able to give me some insights as to which surgeon I will benefit from going, which surgeon specializes in the TMJ related stuff as much as Luke Cascarini. Who knows? I think there's a leakage at the moment. Thank God it's going outside, not inside the house. I had to call a plumber to see what's going on with that, because all this stuff has been leaking proper like a lot all morning, and it's so strange. Probably related to some gases or something. I don't know. We need to see what's going on there.